Hey guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Um, we're putting a new video after a really long time, and since everyone was at home during this pandemic, we thought we should probably just restart our channel and spread the little knowledge we have for coding. So we're gonna do a new playlist for Python because I think a lot of people want to learn a new language, and I think Python has the easiest syntax and it's the fastest language you can learn at least the basics. So this video we're just gonna talk about how to download Python, data types and variables, and simple syntax. It's not gonna be super long. So you can download Python using this website right here, python.org/downloads. I'm going to put it in the description. Download it as per your OS. So I'm using Linux, Ubuntu to be specific, and um, and it really doesn't make any difference. It's just the same thing. Uh, Windows users just have to download the Windows version for Python. So if you're on Linux, you should be able to do IPython, just Python 3, and you should get this interactive space right here where it will show you the version for Python first things. I think they've come up with 3.8, but I've still left to update it. And you can do like simple stuff here, 5 is equal to 5, all that thing. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm gonna use Vim as my text editor. Text editor is basically any environment where you can write and edit code. Um, so a lot of people use Visual Studio Code, which is also really good. PyCharm equally good. Visual Studio Code is usually used for any language possible. PyCharm is specific to Python. I just like Vim because that's what it's just really good. We're not gonna get into that today. Um, so so for simple syntaxes in Python, it's not really hard. You can immediately start writing code. You don't need to have a main. You don't need to have you don't need to declare libraries. You have all the common libraries already installed. So that's good. So you can just do, let's say, like print hello world, because why not? Hello world. Okay. Um, and let's try running that. So Python 3 starter, I think, and hello world. Yay. Okay. Um, Let me just comment that. So variables are basically anything that store a value, um, and the value has a data type. And now what I mean by data type is is pretty much what type of data it is. So the different types of data available are integer being the first one. Also, it's basically just a number or an integer. In fact, that's actually more precise. Integer is just an integer, and it's and we use int to represent integer in Python. The next one is float. Float is, again, as the name suggests, a floating point number or a decimal. I'm just going to write a decimal. Um, and we use float to represent that in Python. Um, we can do, then there is string. String is basically any sentence, um, characters, character, okay, symbol, any such thing. And the last one we're going to cover is boolean. Oh wait, before that, Python uses str to represent string. And the last one we're going to cover is boolean. Boolean is basically true or false, um, and we represent it by using the keyword bool. Now let's start with naming some variables. Now variables can be named as anything as you want. It should usually be descriptive when you're writing code so that you know it's intuitive. Um, let's say number. Um, even before we start, declaring variables, we should just start with, let's say, let's do print 5, and then it prints 5, and that's okay. um, but what if like I don't want to just print the number 5, I want to print it in a variable because I might want to change the number later. So for example, I can say number is equal to 5 and then print number, um, and then later I can change number is equal to 7 and then print number again. So I'm not explicitly saying print 5 or print 7 because I don't know exactly what the value is going to be throughout the code. So I'm just going to say print number. I'm just saving that thing in a variable and then just going to print it. So 5 and 7. In fact, in in Python, you can put any data type in any variable. So since 7 is an integer and even 5 is an integer, uh, people usually think, okay, I can just put integers in this data type, and that's usually true in other languages like Java, C. But over here, you can put it as 5.6, which is a float, and this works too. Um, and just so that we use different functions of data types, I can do print int of number. So since number is 5.6, this should ideally print 5.6. And then if we do int of the number, it basically just takes everything that's before the decimal point. So it should just print 5. Like, it doesn't round it. If you want to round it, we should use the keyword round. So round and then number, and then this is gonna print 6 because if we round 5.6, we go to 6. And let's try that. There you go. 5, 7, those were the two first integers that we named them. And then 5.6, that was the third one. And then 5, because integer of 5, and then rounding 5 to 6, so we get 5 and 6. We can also do number is equal to a string. Like, I can just rename it to a string. We can use double quotes or single quotes, it's the same thing. And I can say my name, or we could say like Rishabh, which is my name. And then we can do print my name is, and then comma, and then number. Since number is a string already, I can put number here. So this should ideally then print my name is Rishabh. Now over here I can also do I can also do, let's say, my name is Abhishek, which is my colleague's name, and then I print the same thing, and then this should print my name is Abhishek because now the variable is changed. We can try it out in a second. Just to bring in booleans in this, I can do number is equal to true, and since true is a boolean, it's not a string, I can't I can still do number, and by itself it's gonna work, and I can also do, in fact, I can also do like 5 is true. So I can just put number over here, and it's going to print true. But if I want to print, well, I guess this works for now. So, okay, cool. My name is Rishabh. My name is Abhishek. True, which we said to be true, and 5 is true. Okay. I guess we're gonna stop here. In next class, in the next video, sorry, we'll go into taking inputs from users, since allocating numbers to variables like this is not really fun, right? You want to take the input Rishabh or Abhishek from the user saying what's your name, and then I should put in Rishabh, and then it should print my name is Rishabh. If I put in like Abhishek, it should print my name is Abhishek, and that's more fun. So stay tuned for the next video.